Hey, what's up, guys? I thought I'd do a quick video because I have many friends that are asking me, how did you start your two companies? How did you become successful? And not only in business, but also in physique. They're like, how did you go from 150 pounds of almost 90% of that pure fat to 147 pounds to about most of that being muscle? And so I decided to make a business video first for those people who are asking about business. And I decided to review to you guys the four-step process on how to start a company, because about 80% of Americans want to start a company, they just don't know how. And mostly primarily because they're lacking direction. And so what I want to do here, for those that want to start their own company or want to be their own entrepreneur to start making more money than your parents will an entire lifetime, I'm going to lay down for you rules, if you will, on how to efficiently start your company and how to keep longevity going, so more money into your pocket, in addition benefiting the world. It's not about how much money can go to you, it's how much you can benefit the world. And if you concentrate a lot on the world, you're going to get a lot of that back financially. So there's a saying that as much work that you put into a system, that system will give it to you back. So if you give 100% effort in something, you'll get 100% results back. So if you put a lot of effort in consumers, indirectly they're gonna benefit you, because now you're gonna have an inflation of customer service. That's gonna be more money, and there goes your wallet, or I should say down because it gets heavy. Whichever way you think of it. So I'm gonna tell you this four-step process. There's a link down below to my YouTube channel. I know up above to the side. I don't know. My developers will do that. Where I'll take you to my YouTube channel, and I have advice videos of how to start your own company, like an intro. This is sort of like the intro. But then in many of the videos, I kind of break it down a little bit more further. So click the link down below. It'll take you to my channel to get more in depth with that. So let's begin. So say that you want to start your own company. So how do you do it? IPD for business is the four-step process that I have come up with. So the first step is to identify. You need to identify an idea. So what's going to be the sole purpose of you running your company? If you don't have an idea to start a company, look at the skills that you do have. Look at the things that you're good at. How can you utilize those skills to make yourself money? You must come up with an idea. This is going to be your foundation to your company, because it's that idea that makes everything else that comes after it possible. In essence, this makes your company possible. A stable idea will give you a stable company. Remember that. The next step is predict. So you have your idea. So now you need to predict. Okay, so all right, I have this idea. Say that I'm in technology. Well, I am in technology, but let's use it for example. Say that you're in technology. Say that you came up with the new type of antivirus software. So the prediction stage basically dictates you to look at industry, look at all the other antivirus softwares out there, and you look, okay, is there room for another antivirus software? And you need to look at the characteristics of your software to the softwares out there and see, okay, what am I lacking? What makes consumers go for this one than that one? And you look for the best antivirus software out there and look at all the characteristics that they have. And look at the characteristics that your software has. See if you can mimic, but not exactly parallel the idea, but go in a different path, but towards the same direction. So, and you're not copying. You're basically cutting off those rough edges on your software. And so say that, okay, so they say their antivirus software is the best in the world, but it's expensive. That's the only thing that consumers are complaining about. Also look at the the negative things that consumers are saying about it. Look at the both positive and negatives basically. Then look at your product again. Okay, so if price is a problem, maybe I should offer mine half the price. All right, done. So that's the first thing. All right, it takes forever for it to download on your computer, and it requires you to reboot. Let's say it takes 5 minutes to download on your computer, and instead of you rebooting your system, it automatically gets encoded into your computer in less than 5 minutes. All right, cool. So that makes your software even more superior. And keep on doing this. Edge down and refine your idea so that consumers are going to they're going to gravitate towards your idea more than the others. Because, yeah, you're offering yours for cheap. Hey, you can download to your computer in less than 5 minutes, and it doesn't require you to reboot your system. Hey, they're gonna start coming to your front door because they're looking at that virus software, and then they're looking at yours. Yours offers more and guarantees a shorter time to wait, and you can do lots of stuff in the process of it being downloaded. Not to mention it's least expensive. And then they look at that one like, okay, well, it takes 2 hours for that to download. Oh, it's 50 or say $100. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this guy and see what's up. And people talk, consumers talk, and they're gonna spread the word. And lots of business India, like Business Insider, and all these critics out there, they're gonna get that word out. Your product is gonna be amplified around the country, maybe even around the world if it's that good, and it's gonna make all those other softwares out there obsolete. So this is what this. So this is the whole purpose of prediction. This is your secret weapon. This here is the most important of all the steps that I just went over and will go over, because this is where you're basically strategizing, and you're also looking. Okay, if my company is going to be technology, is there room in the technology world for my company? How much competition is there going to be out there that I have to worry about? And is there going to be competition? And how should I then place my company or present my company when I go public to all these other companies out there that have been around for perhaps longer than I've lived, right? So that the prediction stage is very important. Likewise, with your idea, you must do the same thing, which then takes us to our next step. This marker's dying on me. Don't die. The D stands for development. This is where you start developing your company. So you have your idea, you pretty much planned out everything, all the possibilities that could go wrong or could go right in your company, and all the things that pretty much make your software the best in your opinion, and that the customers will literally feed off your hands of. So you've again identify your idea, you've already strategized how you're going to run your company. At the development phase, this is where you start creating your company. This is where you start looking for people, looking for individuals who know how to code. If you don't have the best leadership skills, look for a person that does. This is where you start solidifying. Can't talk today. Solidifying your foundation. This is where you make your foundation even stronger by building upon it. Right. So this is where you basically develop your staff, develop the people that you need to make this idea possible. Go, look for accountants, look for two angel investors or just investors in general. Whatever collateral that you need to post up, do so to get that money. Start developing, manufacture your idea or send prototypes and give it to different people. Do beta test, get a collection of people. 500 is reasonable. And give them the product and see how well it does. And that the numbers are good. If they give good results and good credit feedback, then you know that your idea is doing very well and it's extremely stable. Which then takes you then to your last step, which is execute. Please don't mind my bad handwriting, I know. So execute. This is where you start to execute your idea. So the execution stage is basically saying, all right, I have a solid idea, have it all planned out, have all the people that I need, so I'm going to launch this company. Have good results when I did that beta test. I'm rolling. So this really doesn't, you could say it's kind of irrelevant, because after development phase, it's kind of automatic that your company starts going forth. But just a little reminder, and just to place it in there because it looks elegant and it's nice and even. Anywho, execution, this is where your company goes online. Now, all the things are going to happen, you should have predicted in your predict stage. And make sure that you go by the plan that you've established. Because once you go into different direction, it'll give you different results that are going to be way off of what you first predicted. So if you stay on your slate, all the things are going to happen. You pretty much predicted or had an idea that was going to happen, so you know how to handle it. The first couple of years are going to be a bit interesting. It may be a bit wobbly, maybe like a roller coaster for some. But if it's a really good product and a good idea, and you know that you're managing your company the way that it should be, and you're managing it correctly, and you have the right people on your team, your company should skyrocket. I mean, look at Microsoft. They started out in a small complex, but hey, they may have encountered problems here and there, but there were nothing major. They were just minor things, and every single company goes through something minor every single day. But hey, they're one of the best software companies in the world. Windows is like the universal operating system. Macintosh with its iOS is almost in the same bar. Linux, Unix systems, everything. all these different products, and people have different specifications. So what if people are still going to other software companies? Maybe because they just prefer, just the way that those things are. But then you have the majority out there, however, they're like cheap but very efficient and of high value and extremely durable. I mean, look at me. I applied these 4 steps into the 2 companies I founded. Look at me now, founder and CEO of both companies, Legacy Tech and Visionary Aerospace. Both companies were developed within the last 2 years, and because I followed this 4-step process, we're about here right now for both companies. We're about here. For Visionary Aerospace, we're about here, about to transition to development, because we already have investors. We already have a huge sum of money saved up. I guarantee you, this will work. It worked with me. All the other business people out there have applied it into their own business strategies, and look where they've gone. Guarantee this is going to help you out. So again, I hope this video was very useful. I've done many other talks about the IPDE process, about an hour long, because I go more in detail for each step. I spend about maybe a good 10 to 15 minutes each step going through all the details that you need to have down to make sure that your company works efficiently and it's done the right way. The thing about business is that you need to know the game of business. This here is an introduction to the game of business. But in order to apply this to its 100%, you need to know more than just what's visible here and the application that this leads to. This is why I believe it's extremely important to find mentors that have experience, that are veterans of this field, so that they can teach you the ways of the game. Because business is a game. It benefits some, it benefits others. It may not benefit some, it may not benefit others. It really depends on how you apply these 4-step process, how you carry a company, and essentially how you run things. And that's where it all comes down to. And if you know the game of business, and you know how to efficiently run these 4 steps well, you have it pretty much made under a shade. I mean, I'm not gonna, what's that word I'm trying to look for? I'm not trying to make things big upon myself, but I've collected about $50,000 just off of all this year that I have applied into my life, and it works, guaranteed. Again, I have a link down below, up there, whatever it is, to my YouTube channel. Most of them are vlogs, but some of them will give you a small glimpse into my Legacy Tech group that we meet in my high school every Mondays and Tuesdays. Though next year, we're going to meet Monday through Thursday from 2 to 5 after school. We are right now working on a supercomputer. We're also working on a games lab to be, again, for revenue, another income of revenue, which another thing that I'll also talk about is how to correctly financially back up your company. I know a thing or two about finances and ways to save money, and so that's for a separate video. And so the games lab is another type of revenue for our company. And then also not only that, but also to engage the public and to engage teens to be interested in technology. And they say, look, the reason why games are like this is because of the software. If you want to make games like that for yourself and make money off of it, here's our software. Learn how to write it. And then we have all these other different projects as well. Again, in my vlogs, again, the link down below or up there, you'll see small snippets of them. Usually the title will pretty much give it away. I'll put a few of the links down below, some of the videos where I feature my company. But again, just to end this video, again, this works. You just got to apply it. It really does work, guaranteed. And again, this is free information. I could have charged people just to click on this video to get this information. I know it's not professionally done. I'm here in my bedroom, literally. I have like 2 cameras plus my phone right here. I have, speakers and amplifiers and everything. My computer is set up that's gonna upload this video as soon as I stop recording. So this is not professionally done. Times 2, professionally times 2. But again, I want other people to succeed in life, because lots of people are asking me, how did you become successful? How did you get to the place that you're on now? Well, look, here's one of the secrets. And I'll make more videos like this so you can see other ways that I have achieved success at this age, at 17 years old, how I achieved success just like this. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. My Snapchat also information will be down below. Add me up if you want to talk to me in real time. On Snapchat, I'm also going to be posting small 10-second vlogs of my days in my company meets in Visionary Aerospace or Legacy Tech. I'll even have my Facebook information down below. I have already friends working on a Facebook page that I can control where I want to focus on my fans too instead of my private one. So again, hope this helped, and I hope it was informative. Again, click on the link down below, take me to my YouTube channel, subscribe. Please subscribe if you want more information about this. I'm not begging. I'm just saying, if you want more information on how to become successful, I would click that subscribe button, because for now I'm going to be doing these often, and I'm not going to leave this on forever. I'm going to take them off, and again, it's just an opportunity, because I don't want to put myself out there too much. I don't want to wear my glass thin. So this is only limited time that I'm going to put this up. So anyways, if it's night, good night. If it's morning, good morning. If it's afternoon, good afternoon. If you're watching this, hit that like button. Peace.